sweaty upper lip alert. Somebody has a sweaty upper lip alert.
What's that from? Oh, yeah. Just Bebe.
No, that was Wild Child.
Oh,
You know,
really?
with Emma Roberts and
Kimberly Nixon.
Kimberly Nixon.
Yeah. Weird.
You have a major Sula. And Kimberly Nixon's like, what? And then Emma Roberts is like, a sweaty upper lip alert. It's really funny.
Okay.
Woo! Freedom Day!
Which is quite ironic because we're in my flat and not, somewhere.
Yeah. Also, I find it quite ironic because Freedom Day is all about things being open and people being able to go to places they weren't before. People being able to go dancing for the first time. But I walked around in some sandals that I've never really worn before yesterday with Horatio for about 5 hours. And now the bottom of my feet covered in blisters. I can't go anywhere for a few days. So.
It was weird going into the coffee shop this morning. Everyone was almost wearing, masks. Like there was somebody even sitting down wearing a mask. There's no sign of freedom, really.
I think it's because it's like, it's been promised so many times and then finally now we've got here, but I think people are very suspicious. I mean, we even heard a woman this morning saying that it's all like a sort of a scheme to make everyone exposed to the virus so everyone catches it.
But why? So what would that do? So that we all have immunity?
Yeah. And I mean, maybe that's true, maybe that's not true, but the fact is clearly people are feeling quite tense and don't know who to trust.
I feel quite ashamed now that I'm not wearing a mask. I feel like people are going to look at me and judge me.
Do you think that you're going to be bold enough to not wear a mask in the supermarket?
No. I don't think. I think the only thing that I am going to be glad about is when you go into a coffee shop. And then when you move around in the coffee shop, I'm not going to put a mask on for the moving around in the coffee shop or the restaurant.
Because I don't really see how much of a difference that would make anyway.
No. So that's the only thing that I'm definitely going to continue to wear it on the tube.
Well, you have to.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
But I feel like probably half of people aren't now.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying anything about it. So I feel like if you were in one of those really sticky situations where you have to get somewhere and then you rumble around in your bag and then you find that you don't have a mask, which it's happened to me a couple of times and it just fills me with dread, and then I tried to make like a makeshift mask out of something. I think now in that situation I would just have to go no mask on the tube and maybe face a couple of nasty little looks, but that's about it. Why are you laughing?
I'm just thinking of the equivalent of Columbo without mask. What is it? Face Columbo.
What are you talking about?
What is it when someone doesn't wear pants? They're Columbo.
Commando. You mean like from Friends?
Oh, face commando.
Yeah.
Your face has to go commando.
You've been watching a lot of Friends, haven't you?
Oh God, too much.
It's fine. I've been watching a lot of Love Island.
Oh, so yeah,
I know
you've
gone,
gone
on season
but
5.
Bebe's gone back to series 5
because the thing is, that's the one that everyone is saying is the Holy Grail season, and I felt like having never watched that one, if I'm really going to be a true devotee of Love Island as I'm planning to be, I have to catch up with that one.
Okay, well, let's talk more about Love Island later. Sticking with the mask thing, and social etiquette and judgment. Do you judge people who don't wear masks on the tube?
No. I'll be honest and say no. It depends on if I get a bad vibe from the person or not. This is how twisted I am. So it's like if I see like a really sexy young girl on the train without a mask, part of me is like, yes, queen, love it. Nobody tells you what to do. But sometimes if I see like a mean old man or something not wearing a mask, he might have more reason to. He might be exempt. I'm still like, it's just typical, isn't it? It's fucking typical. No, basically, it's like a judgment basis. It seems the vibe of the person really makes me decide if I think they should be wearing a mask or not.
I think that's probably similar for a lot of people, actually.
I mean, I will never be brave enough to kind of boldly sit there. Like, if I were to be in a situation where I didn't have a mask on, I know I would be fiddling and nervous and awkward.
Yeah.
So I actually really respect the people that are just sitting there, like, boldly.
It's
Maybe
weird
they're
because
doing something wrong, but I'm not the person to persecute them. You know?
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. So 3 things have happened this week, which have been me witnessing something, or I've been doing something, and I've been judged, or I'm judging them.
Okay.
So first of all, just now in the park, there was an extremely heavily pregnant woman with a very small looking child and another very small looking child. So probably 3, 2 and heavily pregnant.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, it's sweet. Oh, wow, they're close together in age. And kind of like, there's this weird kind of competitiveness about how close together you have your babies. I've always found that in the parks.
Yeah,
But
because it's like you have to be really sexy having sex all the time to have a baby straight
no,
away. Is that
not,
what it is?
not at all.
Okay.
It's like almost like you're just in awe of how tired this woman must be
I
and
see. Yeah.
how she looks actually not very tired. It's all about that. Anyway, she then left the park and I saw her going towards this bike with a back seat and a front seat for the 2 children. And she was putting their helmets on and getting them ready to cycle off. This bike was huge and it had 2 huge saddlebags attached to it. And she had a rucksack.
Oh my God, wow.
She was honestly probably about 38 weeks pregnant.
Bloody hell.
And I almost like felt this need to go up to her and say, what are you doing? But obviously I didn't. But that just shouldn't, surely there should be some police involved sometimes to just be like, okay, yeah, you think that this is okay and that you can do everything, but you absolutely can't in this situation. It's not safe.
I mean, that seems like a crazy amount of risk to be taking.
Yeah.
You would lose everything all in one go.
Yeah, and the kid right at the front of the bike. Yes, they were wearing helmets and they look like really expensive bike seats. Really fancy ones.
I mean, you hope that it was just like a really short journey or something like that. But the saddlebags make it seem like they're going off to find a new place to live or something like that. That was a long journey.
She then had to get on the bike, and so me and Alfie were watching as she rode away to see how she got on the bike and drove. She had to kind of skip for a bit before she could gather the momentum to get on the bike, and then it was all rocky.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, the thing is, I obviously would have felt very nervous and like slightly in awe, but also like slightly judgmental of that person in that situation. But that is also kind of how I feel every time I see anyone just getting on a bike anyway.
Yeah, same.
Because part of me is like, wow, you're very impressive. But also, like, why would you take the risk?
Yeah.
Because getting on a bike is just not a natural state of mind for me.
No, it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Teaching Donnie and Margot yesterday for the first time. Margot can't do it. Donnie, they obviously have stabilizers, but the stabilizers are slightly uneven, so it's quite difficult. Donnie was just so happy that he managed to do it. But I had to get on the bike and try and show Margot how to do it. Really hard.
It is really, really hard. And I went on holiday with Horatia's family for the first time last year, and suddenly out of the blue, they were like, okay, cool, we're going to go on a long, long bike ride today. We're going to go on the trail that's famous, this place is famous for. We're going to go on this big bike ride. And oh my God, I burst into tears on the spot. It was really embarrassing. Luckily, I actually did get the hang of it because I have thighs that are built for cycling.
Are they though?
They are.
No.
They really, really are.
I don't think so.
Our dad is an amazing cycler. He's passed it down to me, reluctantly.
Maybe.
But the last time I'd been on a bike was when I was 15 and I had to ride a bike in a play. So it was a really, really scary. Yeah.
Oh. And then the other thing that was another situation where I really judged the person and wanted to step in and really had to fight not to. We were in the park. It was the last day of term and all the kids were playing in the park. And then there was this very young, very pretty teenage nanny looking after probably a 7-year-old girl, maybe 6. I didn't know this girl. And her, obviously it was her boyfriend who was coming along to kind of, play family with the girlfriend and
Sexy.
yeah, exactly. Pretend we've got kids and we're going to be together forever. Let's pretend that these
Constantly trying to get Horatia to do that when I'm babysitting your kids.
And so he was playing football with these kids, and I suddenly noticed that this girl was giving the 6-year-old her phone and getting the 6-year-old to take photos of the nanny, like in poses around the park, in full view of all these middle-aged parents.
Oh my God.
And had no shame about it. So she was just sitting there like posing like this. And then the girl obviously was just thrilled because this girl seems so cool and this 6-year-old, hasn't got her parents to tell her what to do. She was like loving being the one taking the photo. And then the girl would look at the photo and be like, oh, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. It went on for ages. And then they sat on the bench rather than playing, watching, the boyfriend play football with the other boys. And the girl, the nanny, then was like, oh my God, isn't that one pretty? Oh, do you like this one? Let's do one together. And then they started doing selfies. I was sickened by it.
Yeah, that's really, really terrible, actually.
Imagine if you knew that's what was happening when you gave your kids to someone to look after them.
Exactly, because that's just like kind of instilling already in like a 6-year-old girl's mind that like you should be posing for like photos in a certain way and like that's really a valuable thing to spend your time with, which, yeah, inevitably she's going to be exposed to at some point. But at 6 years old, surely they have better things to do than like working out how to pose flatteringly in a photo.
It was just awful.
That's awful.
You saw this 6-year-old suddenly, have these stars in her eyes that she's going to be. I mean, because obviously they're talking about Instagram and stuff, and oh my God, I really, really was so close to. Because you know what I'm like sometimes if it just like the switch goes. I was so close.
You turn on your Karen mode.
So close. So
oh my
close.
God, yeah. Oh, Jessie, that's awful. I'm sorry.
I know. It just made me really sad for, thinking about Margot being in care of others sometimes, maybe. That is only ever you or our mum. But like, you can't control everything that they're exposed to. You can't control them being looked after sometimes by idiots.
Yeah. And I think that you have to remember that you still grew up and became a functional person, despite the fact that, your mother wasn't there all the time.
No, I know, but that's not what I'm worrying about. We didn't grow up in an age where Instagram and taking selfies, and that is such a big part of their day.
Yeah, yeah.
And this girl, this probably 19-year-old girl, it was just astonishing to watch her. It was only about where's the photo, how can I look sexy in this kids park?
Yeah. And also not looking after the kid and literally not doing her job.
No, but she would claim that she was. Oh, it was the girl's idea. No, it wasn't. You allowed this girl to take photos of you.
That is shocking. Now, maybe Freedom Day has come too soon. We don't deserve it. We do not deserve it. But, I mean, hopefully, on a more positive note, is there anything that you're looking forward to sort of being able to do differently, or do you feel like
Can I just say my last one that I was judged for,
sorry,
I did something wrong?
No. You go
okay,
for
this
it,
is the last one.
You get it, girl.
Okay,
go
so
on,
you know
tell
how
me.
I have this obsession with getting shelves on the wall, and I've never managed to successfully get shelves on the wall.
Yeah.
And I also can't say shelves without doing this.
Yeah. For anyone listening, Jessie's just doing like a shelf hand motion.
Whenever
like a dance move.
Alfie just pointed it out to me, and then I noticed that Mummy does it.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Shelves.
And she is obsessed with putting shelves up.
Oh, yeah,
anyway, all I want is to get shelves on the wall like an adult so we can have our shit away from the floor and live like normal people. Whenever I go into someone else's flat, I'm just, how do they have such nice things on the wall and frames and shelves? And
yeah, exactly. And a tasteful shelf, I mean, just goes a long way.
Exactly. Where do you buy a tasteful shelf? We had to go to...
No, I did. Don't ask me. Do you think I got a single shelf? Absolutely not.
So we finally got the guy over to do the shelves. He even cut them. It's been something in place for about 3 weeks. He finally comes over, starts drilling, and within 2 minutes, I start getting complaints. Like people, like within 2 minutes. And I suddenly was like, I think maybe it's against the rules to drill on a Saturday, but I really want these shelves. And yeah, people are probably having a nice relaxing time, but I really want these shelves. So I just didn't answer the door.
No, but people at the door.
People were at the door. People were knocking at the door.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was
oh my God,
excruciating.
I can't cope with the secondhand embarrassment.
I know. So I then had to just decide, okay, what shelf do I really need? I didn't manage to get the ones I actually really wanted. We only could finish the ones upstairs because the guy was too embarrassed to continue because he knew we were getting complaints. But anyway, it was like, fuck them to complain about something like that. Yes, it would only have lasted about, half an hour, the drilling. Surely noise isn't that important to your happiness in a day. But obviously it was.
Yeah, but some people, their biggest thrill in life is being able to pick up other people on something that they've done wrong. So it doesn't surprise me that within 2 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, you were getting complaints because, I reckon everyone's just quite tense at the moment.
Yeah.
And so they're waiting for other people to slip up. And they enjoyed the fact that they could tell you off.
Did you not read the manual? Did you not read the manual for the building?
Who the fuck reads the manual?
Exactly.
Loser, get a life. What, did you read the Apple terms and conditions?
And so I found myself when I eventually did answer the door, and our mum obviously went into her mode of being like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I was right behind her. I was like, it's because it's the only day we could get him, and it's because of coronavirus. Because of coronavirus. So I'm now just using that for anything.
Well,
and then as soon as we closed the door, Mum was like, fuck that. She's just like, I'm next time I see him, I'm gonna go and say that was mean of you and you shouldn't have done that. And the truth is, the next time she sees him, she's gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Of course.
So anyway, I did something wrong then. I basically
that's so embarrassing.
I kept the drilling for as long as possible, and now all the shelves are still on the floor, and we don't have any shelves.
Oh, so you're actually in a worst case scenario.
Yeah, exactly, because I got all the fucking shelves everywhere on the floor, mocking me.
Well, you just got to get that done soon as possible.
Yeah, Thursday.
I'll put them up for you if you want.
You can't. That's the point, BB. if we could put them up, we would have put them up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you need a professional.
I know, but I got the arms for drills. Do you know what I mean? I can just punch through the wall. I can make a hole.
I love that. You just couldn't. There's stone.
Oh, you don't know how strong I am. I've been eating my vitamins.
So that's what I also love about Love Island, the fact that I'm a plumber by trade, but I want to do high fashion. And then, I mean, obviously,
That's a classic Love Island combo, actually.
he's bought his own house, though. He's, you know,
He looks fucking terrifying.
he is really terrifying. What's his
Horatio
name?
thinks he's
Tommy.
terrifying in a hot way. Danny. But as I've made it very clear, I'm very up to date on the Love Island Twitter discourse, and it's just
Even though you don't have Twitter.
Yeah, well, I have a fake Twitter account. Like, I have a Twitter account that I just use to look at the Love Island tweets genuinely, and every day it's just my favorite thing in the world, because you just, oh my God, you just feel this rush of warmth and excitement as you see people responding in real time to what you're responding to as well, and having all these funny witticisms about it. But anyway, apparently one of the guy's tattoos, Danny's tattoo, he has a 13, which like could be a white supremacy tattoo. So a lot of people on the Love Island Twitter are theorizing that he's a white supremacist. So then when he had this talk with Aaron last night, on the episode last night, and Aaron had tried to kiss Lucinda, and Danny was very like outwardly threatening, and Aaron was just playing it quite cool. There were people just making really interesting sort of theories and like assumptions about what this guy Danny actually would have done in the real world to someone like Aaron, and that might be a bit of a jump. He might have just got the number 13 because like some people like that number. So I'll feel really bad for him if that is the case. But it's just so interesting, if you put yourself in that public eye and you take any risks, people are gonna like come up with wild theories about you, you know? And it might be true and it might not be true, but it's just terrifying to realize that.
What if it's his birthday?
I mean, yeah,
it probably will be his birthday.
Yeah, it'll probably be his birthday or something like that. But yeah, it was really, really interesting to see how quick people were to cotton onto that. And I thought that his behaviour actually was like quite, I didn't
It
like.
was so territorial.
Yeah, it was really gross. And the only thing that I did really enjoy was how little a shit Lucinda gives. I mean, she played both sides.
Yeah.
She absolutely was lapping up all the attention from Aaron and Danny, and then saying to each of them, oh my God, he tried to kiss me, he's such a loser. Oh my God, like I'm really not even that into him, I want to couple up with you. She's a genius.
I know. And then when she went and sat down with Aaron later, and she was obviously very scared. Oh my God, he's getting angry,
But she was turned on by it.
And then,
She
and
could
yeah,
tell
exactly.
She was turned on by it.
When she said, I either go for a good boyfriend or a bad boyfriend, I was like, you're going to go for the bad boyfriend, and you're going to spend your 20s going with bad boyfriends, and then when you're 30, you're going to suddenly get scared, and you're going with the good boyfriend, and then you're going to cheat on him.
Nail on the head, sister.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Sharon's gone. Poor old Sharon. Poor old Shazza.
I know. I think it's better. She's better off though.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to find anyone in there.
No,
No, she's not going to be able to find anyone in there.
I know.
And Liberty, I think that Liberty needs to get rid of Jake.
Oh, he's a horrible man.
He's a weird, silly little tiny man. He looks like a dumb, melted, like, G.I. Joe doll. I'm not into him.
He just seems fake.
Oh, he's super fake.
He doesn't like her.
Oh, Liberty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like your sexy boobs.
I know, it's just so sad that women, when somebody says it in...
say?
Snotty nose in the morning.
Oh, I love waking up to your snotty nose in the morning. It was just like, everything about him to me seems completely ingenuine.
But when somebody goes in there and the first person, you know, they're paired up with and seems to like them, it's amazing how quick some women are to just absolutely become blinkered and think that, oh, I'm set now.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
He really loves me.
It's quite a good allegory for life, in a way.
But also equally, Kaz, I find her really tragic because it seems to me that every time she goes on a date, she really thinks the guy is into her, and she comes out and she's all excited.
Yeah.
And I just want to be like, just stop being so like keen with people, because you don't know yet, and then I just then you see her getting crushed.
Yeah, she's become the queen of Love Island Twitter. Everyone wants her to succeed.
Yeah, I
Everyone
desperately
wants
want her to get someone that she like Aaron. And then when she kissed Aaron, I was like, oh no, you like him.
I know that really. And the thing is, she is so much more stunningly beautiful than anyone else in there. It's just wild to me that the producers aren't sending anyone in there that's like into her. Instead, they all just want to go for the same.
They
like,
all
small
go
bonds.
for Lucinda.
Yeah. It's just insane. But I guess that's the show, and
But it did make me think, and this is really kind of dangerous to say just because I don't want people to think that I'm making fun of different types of bodies, but there is a reason why they are all basically very thin.
Yeah.
And it's because the producers, insist on doing the fucking running.
Yeah.
Why do they make them run?
Oh, you mean run into the challenges?
Yeah. Why do they make them run in slow-mo?
I know, the slow-mo is
Imagine if we
really
did that.
something, isn't it?
Imagine the flesh going around. Like, that's not... They all are so thin.
Yeah, they're all so thin.
If they
Also,
can run...
When do they eat? When do they eat?
When do they eat?
I actually looked it up last night, so that was a rhetorical question. When do they eat? So basically, they make... they can...
You're such a fucking geek.
Yeah, I know. So they can make snacks for themselves, okay, and breakfast and lunch, that's their responsibility. The producers make sure that they're stocked up to the nines with snacks, and they didn't want to get into a Big Brother situation where there would be complaints about shopping lists, people not doing the washing up, anything like that. They didn't want to turn it into Big Brother, okay? They didn't want to do that. So they are only responsible for just cooking their own breakfast and lunch. But dinner... it's all catered. They're apparently catering trucks. The producers and the contestants eat together, and it's like you can order exactly
Hang on,
whatever
sorry,
you
say
want.
that again. The producers eat with them.
The producers eat with dinner. They insist that conversation is very limited. It's just like, do the laundry tomorrow. You need to blah, blah, blah. But in my opinion, if they're having dinner with the producers every night, and we know what a producer on a reality TV show does.
Yeah.
They're like a young-ish person who's friendly with the people involved, and they kind of steer storylines. They're having dinner every night saying, okay, Lucinda, I think that you need to go and do a... I mean, they're definitely... Dinner time is when they come up with what the show's going to be.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was really interesting insight.
But yeah, going back to the running, the slow-mo running, why do they make them do that?
And the slow-mo dancing. People love to see a breast go up and down slowly. That's what they love.
And the only ones that are real are Lucinda's and Kaz's.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones that move really.
Exactly. The rest of them are all, your future.
My breast implant future. So 2 things that I think they should do is definitely have a real body Love Island.
Oh my God,
So
yeah.
much more fascinating. See them eat. I want to see them eat dinner. I want to see what they're picking. I want to see them cooking for each other.
Me too.
That would be more interesting. And I also, why have not they done a celebrity Love Island? How great would that be? Raunchy celebrities.
Yeah, but haven't they done sort of celebrity like X on the Beach, or like they've done like
Proper celebrities
first
I'm talking
dates?
about. I'm talking about proper single celebrities. Like
They
get
would-
Adele in there. She's single.
They would never do that. They would
Get
never
who
do
is
that.
the famous single people?
I mean, to
Get
be honest,
Jennifer Aniston in there.
mean-
She's single.
given how popular Love Island is now, like across the world, with celebrities and the like, you never know. Some people might be willing to do it.
Think how much they would get paid. I mean, it would be probably shit celebrities. wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
it would be shitty celebrities.
It would be celebrities who are only celebrities because they were in Love Island.
Exactly. They could have an Love Island All Stars.
I mean, of course they should.
Oh, they could have a Love Island All Stars. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. We really need to stop talking about Love Island so
I know,
much.
because I was thinking, do you think that people are going to stop listening because we're talking about Love Island? Or do you think the majority of the people who like our podcast also like Love Island?
Yeah, I think let's be honest with ourselves. You guys watch Love Island too, don't you?
Yeah.
You just do. And if you don't, even if you think that you're not going to enjoy it, that was me a year ago. Stick it on. Treat yourself, okay? Because that's what I've been doing. And it's feeling really, really good. I've actually felt incredibly happy the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and
you
I think
seem
it's
it.
because of Love Island. Honestly. Because every day I'm just like, it's so nice. This is what this is the theory I theorized to Horatio last night. It's really, really nice watching people who are hot, but who you don't feel threatened by. Because the fact is, when you're watching a movie with a beautiful actress, or you see a beautiful woman in the street, or like you watch, if you see a first date, or whatever, you're always like feeling threatened by these people because you're like, oh my God, I want to know everything about them and they could be really cool and amazing. But the fact is, with the people on Love Island, I would never go on Love Island, and their conversations are very, very boring, and they're very silly people. So it's so enjoyable to watch hot, sexy, dumb people. That's just wonderful.
Yeah.
How amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. It hasn't made me feel kind of like, apart from now definitely getting a boob job. And
It hasn't impacted you at all.
No, exactly. I have tried for the first time lip liner.
Oh, Jessie, and it
Yeah.
looks fabulous, may I say.
Well, it's rubbed off now.
Yeah. But I love this little orange hue you've got going on above the top.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Orange?
It looks peachy.
Oh, yeah, it's peach. Yeah, so I put it on yesterday, tried to do a natural look of just like a bit of gold,
Yeah, natural
a bit
look.
of lip liner, a bit of Vaseline, rose Vaseline, obviously. Came downstairs and Donnie immediately comes up to me and is like, what happened? And then Alfie goes in to kiss me and he's like, it's It's just horrible.
It
They're
is horrible.
horrible to me.
Some girls can pull off a lip liner.
Well, but I want to do what they do. You know, J-Lo does like a big, heavy line on top. Is that a thing? Why do people do that?
So basically, you have your actual Cupid's bow, right? But then you have a slight, like, you have this sort of, this play area, let's call it. It's a play area. Well, you can do a lot with this play area. You can't go above it, okay, because that's when it starts to look awful. But you have this sort of this silver lining. It's like a tracing of your Cupid's bow, but in white. And if you draw the lip liner on that, it just makes your lips look slightly fuller, and that's what people tend to do. It's
So you do it over your lip line?
Yeah, but the trick is you never make it too fat here. That's when it starts to look really bad. I'm pointing to the kind of the edges
I've
of your
seen
mouth.
people do that, yeah.
Because apparently, as you get older, your mouth gets wider. So if you
That's
emphasize,
That's one of the positives to aging.
no, but if you emphasize the corners of your mouth and an overline with a lip liner, your mouth looks older. And if you want to make a more youthful, plump-looking, pouty, that's why you focus on the Cupid's bow area and just under here.
Oh,
So that's how I do my lip liner. Although
Top
I very
tips.
very wear lip liner because it always gives me an allergic reaction. But sometimes you just got to take that risk.
Yeah, when
Makes
I
your
was,
lips plumper if you got an allergic reaction as well. So
as
it's
a teenager,
bonus.
I loved those lip balms that were like plumping lip balms. And I would buy them and they would give me almost instantly a huge bump on my lip.
Like a bee
And I
sting.
would mix them together and I didn't care. I liked the big lumps.
Yeah, that's
So weird. So weird.
so.
And I also remember this girl at school. She was like the sexiest girl in my year. And she would, in the lessons, thank you. In the lessons, she would just get her Vaseline out and just spend the entire lesson putting Vaseline on really, like, sexually.
I
And the
saw
history teacher just really got distracted.
I saw a woman on the tube opening up her tub of Vaseline and not using her finger, just using her mouth.
Oh, I
and
do
ever
that.
since then I've started doing that too.
Yeah,
because
COVID.
it's like hands free.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that was wrong with fucking Vaseline, and now we've solved that problem. It's difficult to make
Give it
that
a
look
peck.
elegant. But anyway, how are you feeling about doing last
Oh
year?
yeah, we're doing latitude. I'm actually very scared. The only time I've been to latitude was when I was, I think, in my early 20s. I went with some friends and I think they all did quite a lot of drugs and I didn't, obviously, so I spent the night on my own in my tent.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. I was very scared. There was lots of noise going on around me. People were making a fire, obviously just a fire, but it felt like they were just making fire. And the dance music, I hate.
Yeah.
So there was like, they were dancing and stuff. I did enjoy seeing comedy for the first time, but it was that year that, so it must have been 2012, when I was being rejected by that person. And so I saw him at the festival in the performer's tent, which, to be fair, is a tiny area. But because he wasn't performing, but he obviously was allowed to go in the performer's tent because he was relatively famous. So I saw him and he was next to a comedian woman. And I was sure that they were going out. And I spent the entire time watching this, not watching the comedy and just seeing if I could see his silhouette in the tent.
Oh, Jessie. Oh.
So I only have bad memories of latitude, and it was pouring with rain. So hopefully it doesn't pour with rain because that makes it just an unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
But the great thing is that we're doing 2 shows. It will be fun, and it's great that we don't have to. We get like a cool pass just by being there.
Oh, for sure. We could do terrible things. And
Well, no, I don't think that. But what I mean is, I don't feel like when I'm at a festival, I feel like I've got to act cool because I'm at a festival. We don't have to act cool because we're doing a job there.
Exactly, yeah.
We're working.
No, that's what I was going to say. Like, we could do a terrible job, but we would still seem cool for being at Latitude.
Exactly.
Which is, I mean, amazing. Bonus
Yeah.
points. I would feel exactly the same going to Latitude and feeling inadequate and shy. And my only festival experience is going to Glastonbury and it being pouring with rain and Brexit and then me following Nicholas Hoult around for a couple of hours.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Just a couple of hours. Just a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, I just always have found them just quite overwhelming, seeing so many people at once. And I think alcohol's always been a major issue for me just because of my hangovers being so bad. So when I see people drinking from, say, 11 a.m. in the morning, just getting up and drinking, I just think I would die. I can't drink that much. So I would have to kind of think, okay, I'll have a drink at this time, by which point they're already like completely fucked. So it's quite isolating, the alcohol thing for me.
Yeah, and I think also going into an atmosphere where everyone is saying, this is the most amazing thing. Oh my God, the feeling here, the vibe here is just the most amazing thing in the world. You're going to feel it. You're going to have the best time. And then you're waiting for that feeling to come, but you don't experience it. Like, it makes you feel bad about yourself because you think, well, I'm just not as fun as other people.
Yeah.
So
that's the great thing about getting older. And I think past 25, just suddenly it felt suddenly so much clearer for me that, oh, I don't have to go to a festival. I don't have to enjoy a festival. I don't have to drink. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I am an adult. I can choose what I like and what I don't like, who I see and who I don't see. That was quite liberating. And for a long time, I think I still thought I need to do what everyone else is doing.
yeah.
And I definitely don't do that anymore.
So do you think 25 is around the time that you realise that?
Yeah, definitely.
But what do you think triggered that more than anything else?
Just
a slow process?
No, just by finding my feet and doing what I was doing creatively. And I don't know, just feeling more sure by the work I was doing that I had a plan.
And it wasn't like any particular romantic relationship at the time?
No, because I didn't have any, did I?
Yeah.
I had those, weird 3-month relationships at a time that were just serving a purpose. For sex. No, let's cut that, please.
Oh God.
But they were formative and good. But yeah, no, I never had long relationships before Alfie. That's why it's so weird. It's just so weird.
Yeah, because you guys have been together for,
It's only 7 this year.
7 years.
So now we've been, basically together on and off for 8 years.
I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, it is actually really amazing because I really mean this, and this sounds really cheesy, but I do love him more than ever. And we are happier than ever. So that is quite remarkable.
So do you think that your capacity for love has just grown and grown and grown and grown
Yeah.
as time has gone on?
Yeah, definitely. And it is true what people say when you hear people who are in, relationships that have gone on for, say, 30, 40 years. Like, I remember Julia Dreyfus, our idol. She did an Instagram about her husband, 30 years strong or something.
Their relationship seems
I know.
perfect.
He's so gorgeous, her
He's
husband
so
too.
gorgeous, so gorgeous.
Yeah, I think that it is completely possible to evolve with someone and to then find that new person attractive again in a new way.
Yeah, which is why it's equally as possible to be super in love with someone, but as you grow you become different people, that you're not in love with that new person.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that must be so sad and terrifying.
Yeah.
But I truly believe that it tends to be power dynamics that end relationships, don't you think? Because let's say you're really, really happy doing similar stuff at a similar age and everything like that. But as you grow, and let's say maybe one of you becomes more successful or one of you starts needing different things, if the power dynamic shifts too much, where one person doesn't need the other person anymore, that will probably be the thing that breaks the relationship. Like, you could still be super in love with each other, but if your lives just don't match anymore, then that's what will break things up. Like, why would... I was about to say Jennifer and Brad have broken up, but it's like, if people are just in different places, even if they really care about each other, they're always going to break up,
Yeah, I think more than power dynamics, it's taking things for granted.
Yeah.
So I think that as long as you are keeping each other interested and modifying your behavior to kind of enhance and compromise and I don't know, I think you constantly have to factor it in how the other one's going to be feeling.
Yeah.
And I think that's something probably it does happen when, if you're away from each other for a long period of time, or one of you gets really successful and the other doesn't, or one of you gets sick and the other is thriving, or one of you is really enjoying parenting and the other is hating it. Or I think that you constantly have to balance the scales. And it's kind of only recently I've been thinking about it, with kind of like daydreaming about, with the book out and stuff, and thinking, oh my God, imagine if the book suddenly does so well that we can afford to maybe buy a house or something kind of that seems so far away right now. But, just daydreaming and just thinking, oh, do you think, there's never a moment where I'm not picturing Alfie right next to me.
Yeah.
Like, even if I became like, J-Lo.
Yeah. Well, she's on the cards. You never
Exactly. With my boob job, with my lip liner,
know. You're already halfway there.
Exactly. I went to Barry's boot camp yesterday. I did some squats. Yeah, so I think that's the most important thing. If you can't imagine a future where the person isn't going to be there or fit in with that future, I think that's
very, very
terrifying.
telling.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, if you really love someone, you factor them into absolutely everything that you do. And the second that you stop doing that and they're not part of your like dream house anymore, then that shows that you've evolved past that.
Yeah.
But do you find that having so many kids now, is it more difficult to factor Alfie in because you're always factoring the kids in first? But are you able to separate your brain? You have your relationship brain and your baby brain.
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard. Mm-hmm. It's really, really
hard. But you are able to do it as separate things.
Yeah, but I'm only able to do it because of you guys helping. Mm-hmm. So we saw a couple recently and they said that they hadn't been able to go out once since their 2-year-old was born together, just even on a date, like for dinner or something.
God, that's awesome.
And I was like, oh, we're really privileged because we have you to look after them. We have our mum to look after them. Me and Alfie have been able to do things.
Yeah, I'm always like, go have a date night,
yeah.
guys.
I mean, it doesn't happen that much, but we have been able to do things that other people can't do because they don't have that childcare. So if we did not have that, then we would be absolutely fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You okay? Just
Are you okay, though?
Slowly closing the door.
It's just because it does block the light in a huge, significant way.
Better than last year when I was pregnant. I really can't show my arms. I have a problem with it. Even like, I just find it really, I'm so impressed that you've won the dress. Like people who wear strappy tops and stuff, I just have such an awful, I don't know why. It's not like I don't like my arms.
Yeah.
I just find it like, I just feel like people are going to just look at me too much. Not because they're amazing arms, because they are. No, I'm joking, because they're not. I just feel like when I've got everything on show, I just find it so embarrassing.
If you're not used to it, then it makes sense. But you just have to do it bit by bit, be more gradual about it, and then eventually get to a place where you don't care. I'm so insecure about my legs, but I'm forcing myself to wear short skirts and stuff because I like it and it's fun and it goes with my style better and everything like that. And sometimes I've evolved past this need to wear like really elaborate 50s style tea dresses. Obviously today not being a great example because that's what I'm wearing.
That's a different type of one.
But because I used to just think the only way that I could look flattered was if I had like a tiny little waist, but then everything else was covered up because I was so insecure about my body. But it's like, that's just not what I want to wear anymore. And so even if I feel like my body isn't good enough for like a short skirt or something like that, that's an absurd notion because your body is good enough just to keep you alive and everything like that. So if you just introduce it little bit by little bit, I'm wearing short skirts now, you can do it too. You can do it too. You can get those gorgeous little arms out, sexy little twiggy arms.
Well, we're going to Edinburgh, so hopefully it's much cooler there. And the summer holidays I can't believe it's the first day of the summer holidays today. And I don't have any activities planned for them, so I feel quite bad. But at least they start swimming lessons. So hopefully they don't drown.
Yeah, I'd love to go swimming sometime soon.
I said to Johnny, how was your first swimming lesson? He's like, I only drowned twice. Yeah, we should go swimming together. We should go to an outside swim. That would be so unlike us. We should do something that was just going to be completely out of our comfort zones.
I found myself slightly disenchanted with swimming pools ever since I was 20 and I was having a really difficult time with like a friend or something like that. I was having like an emotional breakdown or something like that. And so I decided to take myself off to this like spa thing for a day or 2 days or something like that. Like I had to book overnight. And I thought it was going to be great because they always do that sort of thing in Sex and the City or shows like that. You know, oh, I'm just going to the spa for the day. I'd never been before. But obviously I got the train there and I turned up and it was like only sort of 50-year-olds and above, everyone walking around in bathrobes, and I felt so dumb for having made this decision and spent money to come and do something as impulsive as this. So I felt like I had to stick it out. But when I went in the swimming pool, there were all these like plasters floating around, and like I could see like skin flakes in the pool, and it was supposed to be like a classy place, but it literally has turned me off the idea of ever going into a swimming pool ever again, unfortunately. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's on self-care.
Yeah. I kind of been put off swimming pools by seeing how people have become kind of religious about how amazing outdoor swimming is and cold water swimming. Is it cold water swimming?
Or going in like a Lido or something.
Yeah,
early in
or
the morning.
Hampstead Ponds or something.
Yeah. Which I've always wanted to try, but
I'm
I
not
don't
going to go
feel...
swim. Imagine how gross the water will be.
I guess so, yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And people, there's like a whole club of women who do it.
Yeah. You have to be really classy to go
Yeah,
and do that.
really fucking classy.
We're just not like that. We're just not like
classy
that.
enough to just drink dirty water. Like, I'm not going to do that. It
Yeah,
must
but-
be dirty.
I mean, it must be dirty, but at least it's outside and it's fresh and it's cold. I just don't like how sort of stagnant swimming pool water feels.
It would have bird poo in. It would have bird poo in, surely.
I just think best to stay away from swimming pools altogether.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go swimming with you, okay?
I think it would be quite funny, though. I think we should do that.
Yeah, but then, what swimming costume would I wear?
It's just like when, oh God, the last time I was on a beach going swimming is when those horrendous photos of Alfie took.
A nautical swimming costume. I was actually maybe going to go to the beach tomorrow. But
Really?
it's going to rain tomorrow. But I was going to wear the sexy nautical swimming costume.
It's not
and I was going to
sexy.
take photos and I was going to show you.
It's fine from the front.
I can make it look
It's
sexy.
fine from the front, but it cuts off your bum. Trust me, it will look awful.
Okay, great.
Don't go to the seaside tomorrow. That's just like, I mean, it's also going to rain. It's going to be a
rain.
thunderstorm.
What if it was going to be nice weather? Why not?
Just because it's just, it's a working day, BB. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, but it's it's my birthday on Thursday. I
Oh,
thought it'd be
shit,
fun.
yeah.
I thought it would be a fun excursion.
How would you get there?
Train. But like I said,
Such a modern
raining.
gal.
I'm just going to slowly get past about how annoyed you are that I was going to go to the beach tomorrow. She's going to try and delicately get past that.
me off.
It's just like you can't
angered
cope
me.
with the idea that I can just take myself off to do something like
I
that.
hate that.
Get over it, you fucking bitch.
Oh, no.
I'm 24 in a few days.
It's a lovely
I can
idea.
do what I want to do.
It's a lovely idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm just jealous that you can just take yourself off to the beach when it's just a very stressful time for me right now.
Yeah. Well, it's not my responsibility.
I know, exactly. Go to the beach.
I'm not going to go to the beach.
No,
if it's
I think you
raining.
should.
No, it's fine.
I mean, it would be quite funny if you now went and you
Yeah.
just...
I take
drenched.
a horrendously unflattering photo in the nautical swimming costume, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Well, got to get on with the first day of the summer holidays now.
Yeah,
Do some
yeah.
kids' activities. Thank you for listening.
Let's wrap it up by saying we're doing a moth
it up.
show.
wrap it
Well,
up.
we're
Oh yeah,
doing a moth
we're doing
show.
our first ever live. It's not even a pod. It's not going to be a podcast because
No.
we're not allowed to have other people's material. But we have invited 3 amazing female comedians to do their stand up, and we're going to kind of do like a mini interview before they do their sets.
No, I think it'd be better if we did it after. because
After, yeah, oh yes,
I
that's
think
very true. Because then if we were like, now go and perform,
Exactly, and then we like wait there on the stage. That'd be a bit strange.
Yeah.
It's just going to be sort of like a fun evening of like talking about ambition and
Yeah.
sisterhood, and
because they're all really inspiring people in different ways.
and we saw each of the performers at a very like pivotal moment in our sort of life and in our relationship where we were working together too.
And
we went
career.
to see both of those shows together, and it kind of informed a lot of how we wanted to create stuff together. So that's why we've asked
So
them
it's
to do it.
Louisa Armelan, who's amazing, Jade Adams and Sarah Pascoe,
Mm-hmm.
who are brilliant. So it will be really great. So that's on the 19th of August at the Moth Club.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be so fun.
And thank you for, if you have bought the book this week, it's managed to stay in the Times top 10 for 3 weeks, which is pretty amazing given that I don't have any billboards. I noticed that other authors have billboards.
That is amazing.
They have
Jessie.
billboards. They pay for advertising. I haven't done that. So it's all because of my Instagram stories.
It must be. It really, really must be.
So continue to share your images if you are reading it. That's really nice. I repost all of them. So
And
look forward to that.
enjoy the heat wave, and make sure you wear your SPF.
SPF 50.
I can't because I'm allergic, unfortunately. But
But you got your new hat look.
I'm
Go
going
and
for
get
a
your hat.
look.
Show them your hat look. Go on.
It's not.
It's a really good look. It's a really good new sassy look BB's got. I've been trying to get her to wear a hat for a long time. It's there. It's on the lamp.
Oh, of course, yeah, it is a lamp. I bought Horatio a hat yesterday in a romantic gesture in the shop, and then the second I gave it to him in the shop, he was like, but what if it doesn't look good on me? And I was like, I know it'll look good on you, and it did look good on you.
Actually, I was like, probably the red one, and then she went until I bought it, and as soon as I said the red one, I was like, actually, I'm not sure about the red one. Like, it was a nice gesture, but then I'd have to wear that hat, and if it wasn't quite the right hat.
But it looks lovely on you.
It looks great. It's a great hat.
It's because he lost his other one, and I just knew how much he
Aw,
missed
you
it.
lost your hat.
It was a lovely gesture, but could have gone sideways.
Yeah, well, that's me. I'm
Look how cool
spontaneous
this
nowadays.
hat looks.
I'm a lady
Such
who wears
a
a
cool
hat,
hat.
and I make spontaneous
You've never
purchases.
suited a hat more than this hat.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I did. Alfie's got a big gig tonight, and he is wearing a particular outfit, and he has been very specific about not washing the outfit, not touching the outfit. And I've been like, absolutely, because we did have a massive fight a couple of days ago because I shrunk his new black jeans, which I had got for him in a romantic gesture by buying them for him spontaneously in a shop. Like, I'll get you some jeans. And then I shrunk them because I washed them at 60 and they don't fit over his calves now. And he's really upset about it. So he had not let me touch his outfit. He put it in the washing machine yesterday. He was like, don't touch the washing machine. I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to touch it. Then something happened where I was distracted. The washing machine then wouldn't open, and we have so much washing to do. And so I was getting anxious that why can't I open the washing machine? It's locked. And so I thought, I'll just put it on again for another spin. And then it should open. Maybe that will reset the washing machine. Didn't realize that I accidentally put the washing machine. He had only put it on for a really quick, short spin, whereas I thought that it was on a 40, so I put it on again, which won't affect the size much, but he cried. He was so angry.
my God.
He almost started crying because he was like, I told you not to. I need it for the thing. And then I was so upset that I'd done that. I started crying too. It was
Oh my God, you guys are a fucking mess.
awful, because I just knew that was stupid. He was like, why didn't you just ask? I was right there, because he was just only sitting there. And I was like, I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
It's very hormonal time
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'll go to the beach. You don't wash anything else of Alfie's.
I'm not going to wash anything.
And
I'm going to go and buy some antibacterial wipes. I think that's my main mission today.
Yeah.
They can play in the supermarket. That's an activity.
Yeah, you can get Margot and Dottie to take some really sexy photos of us, maybe.
Yeah. Get cool back, Bebe. Get
Thank
cool
you.
back. Ah.
Okay, great.
Bebe's
See you guys
also
at-
birthday this week, and she's making her own birthday cake. So
Yeah.
everyone really liked her Patreon video of making Margot's birthday cake. So if you want to see any extra videos, go to patreon.com/Cave Sisters.
You won't
Have a
regret
nice sunny day. Happy Thursday.
Happy. Well,
It'll be
today,
Thursday.
it'll be Thursday. Happy
See how
Thursday.
clever I am?
Oh, and that's my birthday.
And that'll be her birthday. So it's happy birthday, Bebe.
Happy birthday, mate.
She's such a fucking Cancer, isn't she?
No.
Cancer/Leo.
Yeah,
obviously.
I did work out I worked out my birth chart.
Don't get away. It's too revealing.
Okay.
You don't want people to be able to judge you for that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Good advice. Sage advice.
If anyone really wants to know her birth chart, just message her.
She's going crazy now. She's going crazy. Watch her now. Watch her. She's going crazy